guys, it's Donna. How is everybody on this beautiful March 19th? How is everybody feeling quarantined, stuffed in a little can or a little box? I just wanted to pop on briefly, give a little bit of a prediction of what I'm feeling and what's going on intuitively. When I'm being channeled, what is coming to me, and also to let you know that you're not alone, that we're all going through this together. It may not feel like it for some of you that are having to stay indoors and work from home, schools that are closed, restaurants, grocery stores, all sorts of businesses out there that are being limited right now. This is something we kind of brought about on our own. This is sort of a way that God is shaking up all of us to wake up. What's important and what is not. If you guys recall, I want to say months back that I said, also, I want to say probably around January when we turned 2020, I said that this would be the year of karma. This would be the year of good for everything that you have done good all along, that you would be given your good karma. Your good things would happen, would come forth for you. And those of you that have been kind of straddling and not doing everything that you should be doing, you may be getting and reaping and sowing some of that back to you. Right now, it looks like what we're having with this coronavirus, okay, is that we're learning how to, I want to say, go within more, pray more. Prayer is very important right now, more than ever. Some people are saying we'll get over it sooner. What I'm getting from Spirit and what I'm getting guided is that this is going to go on, I feel, for at least another 2-3 months, maybe more. I'm putting it on the lower end of the spectrum. It's not to put anybody in a fear-based mode. It's just to let you know that we need to start reconnecting with one another, coming together as a whole. I feel because we've been so disconnected. There have been so much chaos and rivalry out there within families, within, I want to say, just as a whole in humanity wise. We have not been doing, I feel, the things that we are supposed to be doing, such as worrying about one another, being more compassionate and kind, being very truthful and honest is a big thing out there right now. For those that are not being or haven't been, worrying about, is he coming back? Is she coming back? You know, I know I've said that and probably pissed off a lot of people because in reading in sessions, people want to hear about people coming back or getting their phone calls or being reconnected with that sign or that person, when what we really should be worrying about are such bigger things, is connecting with the people that are around us, our loved ones, our children, our family, not only through using our cell phone, you know, for everything, actually touching somebody, whether that be humanly touching somebody. Obviously, it's the coronavirus right now. Don't be touching anybody, okay, unless you're clear and clean. And at that, I wouldn't even touch anybody. Stay indoors when you're told to stay indoors, okay? When they tell you, the government, to stay in, spring breaks here, I know people want to go and they want to get out and they want to do. Don't go and do what you want to do. Listen, because you're only going to delay the process, and we're going to sit here indoors, quarantine for a longer period of time. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. I'm getting that people have not been listening to your inner guidance, your inner self. You land on all these different channels, different people, okay, different vibrations, okay, and you only take the parts that you want to hear rather than what you should be hearing. Because sometimes we want to hear what we want to hear. And if we don't, we say, oh, well, this person is no good, and we're done, and we move on to another channel. But if you're looking for guidance and you're looking for predictions, or you're looking to see what's coming ahead for you, it's more or less what's ahead for you is what you decide and what decision making you make to do right by. If you're going to not hear and hear with your heart, okay, and hear your inner voice, okay, what you should be doing and how you should be doing things, okay, and go ahead and do what you want, and then repercussions is humanity gets shook and awakened in a horrendous way. And that's what we're dealing with right now. How far is this going to go? It depends on how many people listen. How long is this going to go on for? It depends on how many people listen and change. How many people awaken to the truth. You may land on my channel right now and have no idea what I'm talking about, and that's fine. You can land. Just don't leave any nasty comments or any threats to me, okay? Because this channel is for people that want to feel like they're not alone. Understand that we are all going through this, like I said, together. It's okay to be angry right now. It's okay to feel frustrated and feel claustrophobic, or feel as though you don't have control of things right now, and you don't. Everything's pretty much in God's hands right now. You don't have control over when they lift everything so that you can go back out and you can go and do what you want to do and fly where you want to fly. And right now you are under lock and key, sort of, and feel a little closed in. And the truth of it is that maybe you need to, maybe we need to, as a whole, in order to spend time with ourselves and loved ones that we haven't been spending time with. Maybe for those that are alone and have a pet, or maybe if you don't have a pet and you're alone, maybe you need to meditate more, and maybe you need to spend some time praying, looking, for the inner truth within yourself. These things don't happen for no reason. We've been through this before. We've been through a cycle before. We've been from years passing when we went through all these in the 1800s forward. We've had all sorts of plagues that have come and gone, diseases, okay, epidemics, okay, that have come. Each time there was something to learn from them. Each time there was more that came to us to show us a bigger picture. The Black Plague we had, there were many things that have come and made us have to be indoors and taken nature in a different way. Maybe some of us need to start eating more clean, not only eating clean, but mentally be clean. If your mind is not clean, and that means that if your thought factors are running away, that means that if you're not being truthful and honest with yourself, that means that if you are allowing the negativity to breed off of you, we're only going to keep creating more of this until we as a whole, humanity, society, get it. And I feel that respect one another is a big thing. Respecting one another. I feel like staying true to what you know to be true also. But also leave a door or a window open so that maybe you can come together for yourself and know maybe the 5 cars and the big house and all the money in the world is not going to change anything about who you are unless you want to change. You can have all the money in the world, okay? But can you stop what's going on right now? No. So it goes to show you that all the money in the world can't buy happiness, can't buy health, can't buy love, okay? All those things don't really matter. Because if that was the case right now, we wouldn't be sitting like this. It would be cut and dry and we'd be all able to do what we want. But God has a bigger plan for us. God sees all, everything. So remember, whatever you're doing in the dark comes to the light all the time. So try to go through your own, how do I want to say? Let me come up with a word that I feel puts into, do an internal investigation within yourself. Have you done the right things at all times? We all make mistakes. Mistakes are always, we always make mistakes. But if we don't learn from the lesson, if we've created some sort of havoc in our life or havoc for other people around us, we are creating karma for ourselves. Simple, not complicated. It's all what you do with it. If you learn from it, that's great. But if you keep going forward and you keep pursuing and you keep pushing at something, when you have to push something so hard, that means that you're not allowing. And when you push, you lose. So learn to let go. Sometimes you just have to let go of certain things in your life that you want so badly, or that you feel that you are entitled to. A lot of us have a self-entitled attitude. A lot of us play the victim mentality over and over again. These are the things that keep us restricted, and this is what breeds off of life that causes the outside humanity to become disarray, because each person plays a part. Each of us play a role in humanity, okay? So if we continue to keep doing things the way that we're doing them, we're always going to come up short every time. And this is not meant to be a very derogatory or fear-based message, but it's just to know that unless we start changing the mind thoughts that come in our heads, all right, and the factors that we think we know, things that we think we know, and negativity loves breathing negativity. Positivity seems to be very hard for people to keep, okay, for a period of time. It seems like that is the hardest part, is to keep positive. But you have to force yourself. You have to work with that, make that a everyday regimen. Right now, I don't see this coronavirus ending, at least within the next 3 to 4 months. I see that we're still going through it. We may go longer. Schools definitely probably will be closed. I feel maybe most of the rest of this year is what I'm getting. I feel that businesses are going to even go down. Yes, I do feel that we're going to have a crash in financials. We're going to have to work together and have compassion and love for one another. You may have to not be so hoarding of stuff, and you may have to give out to others. I know sometimes it's hard. People want to hang on because you're afraid. But fear, like I said, is breathing fear. Make sure you reach out, check into people that you know, how they're doing. Check in on your elderly, people that are more prone to getting illness, that have autoimmune diseases.